Friends, well, look, I just realized that the Grand Banco Arena, which lives from that end to the beginning, was this one. Look, I was just over there. So, I think we're going to settle in this spot because we have a lot more space. We'll catch the Pajari and cook here. And look, what can I tell you about this place? It's crazy, right? It's perfect for the boys. We have sand. Maybe some small fish could show up. We brought the cast net, and let's get started. Look, we already have everything here. We're going to have to go back to get the cast net, the water, and we're going to go over there so we don't have to go back and forth. It's a nice day with a light breeze. A light wind, but we're in a spot where we have shelter from the wind. So, in this case, we're lucky. Look, we're at about 30 meters. All right, let's cast here. And in a bit, once we make these casts, we're going to walk over here to the side. It's a very beautiful place. And look, a huge boat has come by Herdero. I'll share when it's closer. We just made our first cast with the cast net. I don't know if you use one, but my sinkers used to get tangled. The other day, during our last fishing trip with Guido, I'm still not sure if you saw that video. I was fixing it up a bit, and it got a lot better. Because with every cast, it would get tangled, and I spent more time untangling it than actually making a cast. And you don't always catch bait, so, it was very complicated. Now I'm going to show you more or less live how a cast is done so you get an idea. More or less what it was. You always have to make sure the sinkers aren't tangled, because when you cast, if they are, it won't open. Look here, this is an example. I'm crossing you, man. I hope that ship doesn't stop here.
Because we're in trouble.
I'll leave the group link in the description and in the comments. Look, in the first cast, if I'm not mistaken, there's a Pejorea head that got in. Yeah, look. Look. A Pejorea house? Or have they been fishing Pejorea here and killed it? But, it's a good sign. Check it out. And then a lot of people die, so, no, look. The boat stays there because it's going to make fishing harder for us. Due to the audio issue, see, it's draining over there. What a shame. I still believe the boat caused this mess since it just passed by. Here's what I wanted to show you. Look at this bait. What is this? Tomato? Yes, this is a Pejorea house. Look. That's it. It looks amazing, huh? I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. No, this doesn't even have any meat, man. What a shame, right? But I'm sure you can still get something out of it. All right, let's move more to my right and let's cast over there. Because of the boat. You can see the fishermen who left this, they caught it in the cast net. Take out a little bit of All right, a little bit of guts. We'll use just one team. Because in this case, we came with a little bit of flour. We brought stuff to cook. We brought stuff to make coffee. So, yeah, we're only going to use one set of gear, and we're going to fish with the Pedgery floats. This rod always this rod always catches something, so I don't know if you have one like it, but this is mine. This is the reel for today. We're going to use these floats, and well, here we also have the little float. I'm going over there just in case. Cup, hooks, spares. All right, let's get started. It's a little tricky to store and take out the silver side fishing lines. It always happens to me that I end up tangling them up, and this type of fishing requires patience. Let's see, what can we get out of this Pajeri? Hey, good size. It has a little bone right there. We're definitely going to use this rod, the Morero one. Let's put the little gut we found there on it. We're looking for Mojarras. Since it's sandy here, we could catch some fresh ones, which would be perfect. Tell me, how's the fishing where you guys are? How do you fish for Pedgere? Over there, it bites subtly. Well, clearly I'm not a specialist in this kind of fishing, but I've caught one or two, though always very few. So, if you have any recommendations, any tips you can share, I'll be reading them in the comments. I put a nice piece to catch their attention. Do you have here? There are the buoys. Well, I saw that the bites from the little fish are very subtle, so I'm going to take a chance with the little trick, and I'm going to use the only one we have for now. We're about to head out and explore the place with the Adaraya. In the meantime, let's leave the little trap. Let's go for it. But wait, the Mojaras fall into the trap. Let's give them this too. So they have options. Let's throw it right next to the buoy. That's where they've already come. I'm going to get closer and show you how it bites. It's impossible. Hook it, look. Wait, I'm going to throw it in. Look. Nothing will come out because it's too loose to pull. All right, let's get ourselves ready to prepare the food. We've already shown more or less we have the little pot. We're going to prepare some bread. We brought coffee for later. We have flour, a little bit of yeast, and salt. We're going to prepare it with just this. So, well, we'll start in a little while. I have to get some firewood, which the previous fisherman left there. So, well, we have firewood nearby. And water. Let's heat up the water here. I know they say it's not good, but oh well. We're going to heat it up to make some coffee in a bit. And I left the dough here. Let it rise a bit. Look, a small mancholito with the parachera. Well, for now, mancholito, I'll take it from you, but zero will drink there. Look, in the trap, we only have one Mojarra, which got caught by luck, I think. So, well, we have a chance. Let's split it in two. Look, it's very small. Look, friends, I'm walking around the area. I think these guys die from the cold. Little Surabi puppy. See how nice it looks, even with its belly cut open. I don't know. I tossed it in the water so it could at least feed the fish. Because over there at the costita, I'm searching for a spot to cast the net. I've thrown it thousands of times without catching anything. It's unbelievable. I'm used to the last spots where I threw and caught, even if it was only 2 or 3 sabalo. Are you getting water out? Look. Well, I came to see if I could find some white bug or something here on this tree that's pretty deteriorated. Very strange, man. Because it has all those little holes. Be careful. Anything could be hidden here. I was about to leave when I arrived. It can't be that there's not a single one, and look here. Don't let it get away from me here because it was in my hands. I was alert since anything could be hiding here. A snake or something. Look, this is what I came to find. White bug today, Soka. White. Well, friends, it's a little past 5, and I have to go because I have to cross a lot of fields by bicycle. I'm going to leave a screen there so you can see more or less the route. So, well, once again, it didn't work out for me. If you have suggestions, leave them in the comments. And as always, I want to say thank you all very much for watching and for being a part of this. See you next time, everyone.